Okay, clocking in a revenue of over $1 billion US, Borderlands is one of the most popular video game franchises in the world, and now it's being turned into an awesome movie. Have a look.
Oh.
What are you doing?
So the star-studded cast goes on a mission to save the girl who holds the key to the most powerful source in the universe. And actor Florian Munteanu, who plays Psycho Krieg, joins us with a sneak peek of the movie. Florian, it's so cool to meet you. I love your acting, loved you in the Creed films. You're part of the MCU as well. Oh, thanks for being here. It's awesome. And I'm really stoked for this this adaptation of the video games. And I know you played these Borderlands games a lot. So what is it that you love about this Borderlands universe?
Well, the universe has a very unique tone to it, but I would say the thing that I love the most is the brutality. You know, you can let loose in those games. There's a lot of ferociousness, brutality going on, and that's why they brought me in. I think that's why they brought me in, you know, to bring that certain brutality to the table and transfer it to the movie. And listen, we had a lot of fun with it, and I think you can tell that on screen when you see it. So I hope the fans are excited as I am.
That's awesome. And is it true that Krieg was actually your favorite character when you were playing the games?
There's so many cool characters, right? There's so many cool characters, even characters that we don't see in this movie right now. But Krieg was my favorite character.
What do you love about him?
I mean, he has a crazy, first of all, he has a split personality.
Right.
You know, he always switches between a sane and an insane personality.
Yeah, bit of Jekyll and Hyde there.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, they kind of go back and forth and struggling who's taking over right now. That's one thing, you know, the complicity. The character has a lot more layers to him than you might think at first sight. Mm-hmm. But it's, of course, the fighting style, the brutality, what I said before, that I really enjoyed while playing him. And again, it's a childhood dream coming true just because he really was my favorite character. Yeah.
That's incredible. You know, we were talking right before we rolled about how he was your favorite character as well, and obviously you played Victor Drago in Creed 2 and 3. You were talking about how seeing Ivan Drago as a kid on the movie screen really impacted you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's so cool that you get to play these characters, or, you know, offshoots of these characters that you loved growing up. What about the physicality of training for a role like this? Because obviously you're in great shape, you're a fighter as well, a boxer, but how much do you have to train to do a role like this?
So like you said, obviously my roles usually are physical, just because what I'm bringing to the table. And each role is different, you know. When I stepped into the Marvel universe, it was more like looking as massive as possible, just because superheroes and supervillains, they usually are very big. Yeah. A boxer is usually a little bit smaller, a little bit, you know, more defined and less muscle-packed, just because he's more of an athlete. And this one seemed to be a mix of both, being defined and massive. Right. Which obviously now leads me to saying that I think this was my hardest preparation so far. Also because I was shirtless 24/7. Right. So I never had a cheat day once.
You can't have a cheat day.
Nah, nothing. It was tough, no carbs, almost no food. I mean, I always had to try to be in a calorie deficit. Right. Just because I really needed to be shredded. And if you look at the character from the game, he looks unreal. The goal was to create or to recreate an unreal shape. Yeah. I think we nailed it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited now that we come out.
I think you definitely did. And to be in a caloric deficit all day, to have to act and then do all that physicality, that's a lot. One thing I love about the film is the cast, including yourself. You've also got Cate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart in there. What was it like working with all of them on this film?
Yeah, I mean, what I said before, it's a childhood dream that becomes reality. I mean, when I was growing up, when I was younger, those were the people that I was watching. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter if it's Kate or Kevin or Jamie. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Even, you know, with Edgar Ramirez, who plays Atlas. Yeah. I have like, I idolize him because he played Roberto Duran in one of his movies, The Great Boxer. So that was, you know, that's another childhood dream that became reality. And it feels like I'm just adding those childhood dreams. Yeah. I'm checking, you know, the bucket list. I'm checking those boxes with all the dreams that I once had, and you know, with all the roles and all the projects that I once wanted to be in. And you know, it's a fun journey, and I'm very excited for everything that comes.
That's great. Well, well-deserved, and I'm stoked to keep following your career.
Thank you so much.
Loved all your roles so far.
Thank you.
And Borderlands premieres in theaters this Friday. You will definitely want to check it out. Just like that.
That's great.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.